right, what's poppin'? Hey, what's up, everyone? AJ Writes Crypto here. Another beautiful Wednesday, December 6th, here in Georgia. What's going on? Good to see everybody in the chat. We got Marissa Lee. I know her. She's a photographer. Actually, a pretty badass one at that. We got Crypto Chicken Salad, all sorts, Crypto Tanoka, EJ Crypto 27, S Dog 21, Gary Austin, JC, Horse Lover 200. H bar for the win. Facts. H bar is rolling right now. I love to see H bar rolling, considering how much H bar I personally got. 4 cents, 5 cents, 6 cents. I had a little bit of dry powder left over on one of my other exchange accounts, and I was like, you know what? You don't want to buy with this. I bought a little bit of H bar and a little bit of Quant. I bought Quant last night at 108 for like $700 or something like that, and it's already at like 111, 112. Things are rolling right now, and that has everything to do with Bitcoin getting up, hitting 44,000 for the first time in a long time. Really, really great to see that. And so the question is, is Bitcoin getting to that $50,000 level? I think that's a lot of what I want to focus on today. Also got a couple sleeper picks that I want to talk about on this show. I also have a special guest that I'm going to bring on this show in about 20 minutes, so make sure you stick around for that. We already got about 100 people in here right now. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. That's the number one thing you can do to support this channel. So really fast, going to pull up I have to slide this over. Going to take a quick overview at the markets really fast. Let me get a fresh refresh on this page. So that's not the right one. This is the right one. Click a quick refresh here. All right, we got Bitcoin at 43.9. Going to take a quick look at that chart and talk about that $50,000 target here in a minute. We got Ethereum at 22.50. We have BNB at 22.30. Oh, Kyle's already in here. Kyle, you're not supposed to be here yet. Let me slide this. How do I? Okay, I got to remove him from the stage. That's why. Okay. All right, you guys got a quick glance at my friend Kyle. All good. All right, so we got Solana at 62, almost 63. XRP finally above that 61 cent level. Absolutely love to see that. I got a lot of XRP personally, walking the way up to where it is. To leave 60 cents, already a good start. We got Cardano, 43 cents, finally moving up the hill. We know that 44 cent level for Cardano is a really big support resistance level. Might talk about that when we do charts at the very end of the show. Caspa, 13 cents. We got Near. I bought a lot of Near at $1.50 at 2.27. Absolutely amazing. Now we're kind of getting down to where a lot of my favorite coins are. We got VeChain at 2.5 cents. Quant 111. Love to see Quant get out of that $100 level where it always sits. We got the Graph at 16 cents. Love to see that. Bought a bunch publicly in my portfolio video at 15 cents. So already up 1 penny on that. And Algorand just below that 16 cent level, where is a very big support resistance line for Algorand, needs to get above that. And look, already well into the top 100 at $47, down a little bit from its initial big pop up. But, considering how new this project is, with what it's doing, awesome to see how far this project has propelled itself into the top 100 of the crypto market. So I'm going to take a quick look at the gainers and the losers here really fast. Let me click the top 100. What's up?
Speaking of Ordi,
what's up?
JC said, AJ, question. I 10x'd Ordi, but didn't take profits because I would get hit with short-term gains. In May, I'm good to take profits. Did I make the right move?
He's worried about capital gains. Why? I mean, listen, man, taxes are, if you're talking about capital gains tax, I mean, you got to pay to play. You know what I mean? You have to pay to play. So there are holds that I have that I'm holding for a year, for at least a year. So it's different for capital gains, but at the same time, if you're paying, like Mike J said, if you're paying taxes, that's a good thing because you're making money. Oh, and everyone, a couple of people just asked, who's the girl? The girl is the Glitter Queen. Is my girlfriend Jada, who has been helping me a little bit more here and there moving forward with the show. She helps me with the chat. She helps me with the things. And she's going to be a little bit more involved in some of the content moving forward, especially for some of the beginner-friendly stuff. She's not going to be on the show all the time, but she does sit next to me and make sure I don't miss certain things in the chat. Keeps me straight. My ADD, real bad. So she kind of keeps the track right. So big shout out to the Glitter Queen, aka Jada. What's up?
If you watched the live stream the last couple days, you may have heard a very annoying voice in the background.
Yeah.
And someone called me out in the comments. So I'm here now.
Yeah.
There's a face.
There she is.
Back to the news.
The Glitter Queen, alive and well. Awesome. Everyone loves you in the chat too. All right. I thought I saw Marissa said something. Whoop, whoop.
She said, oh, hey, girl.
Love it. So Marissa Lee in the chat, everybody, is one of the leading the top of the turnbuckle boudoir photographers in Los Angeles, and has an Instagram called Intimately Yours. If you want to, like, you know, if you live in California area or you want to do something special for your wife, make sure you go check out Marissa. Really, really awesome photographer in LA. She's top notch. We got Keenan Hinson, a $5 super chat. Oh, hey AJ, my name's not Keenan. I called him Keenan already, but it's pronounced Kenan. But could you do a quick chain link prediction? Sure. Kenan. No problem. I almost said Keenan again.
I think it's still Keenan. I don't know.
It looks like Keenan to me. I'm just saying.
Kenan sounds interesting.
Hey, Kenan. Okay, I'm done. Mackie Powers. What's up, Mackie? $5 super chat. Good to see you. AJ, when do you think the market will make a correction? I mean, here we are. We're about to talk about it right now. So really fast, going to pull up. I mean, I made so many price predictions back at the old channel that, you know, I don't remember the exact number for everything, but what I said was $78 to $111 for Chainlink. I remember I did a lot of research on that one. I do stand behind that price prediction still today, but I will certainly take a deeper look at that. But first, I want to take a quick look at the gainers and the looters. We already have 221 people in the house. Thank you all for being here. It means the world to me. Make sure you smash that like button down below if you haven't already. And please subscribe if you haven't yet. I am trying my hardest I can to get to 10,000 subscribers by the time the ball drops on New Year's Eve. If I haven't earned your subscription yet, give me a chance. Let me cook. I want to earn it, not asking for any handouts.
I think we should have some incentive. If AJ hits 10K before January 1st of 2024, we're gonna have something fun to give away to you guys.
Oh, yeah. we do giveaways always.
No, but this is gonna be like a special giveaway.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know what it is yet.
Oh,
but like, if you guys have some ideas on something you want to get, you know, this might be the opportune time to get AJ's ear.
Okay, I think that's fair.
10K.
I did have a plan for giveaway with merch, and I know people like merch, but I know people also like money. So maybe we'll do a merch and money giveaway. Merch and money. Okay, love to see it. So let's keep it rolling here. Got the top 100 gainers and losers here. We got BitTorrent. Oh my God, up 97% in 24 hours. Damn. Love to see that. We got Helium 52%, WeMix 23%, Dogecoin back above 10 cents. Hell yeah. Who let the Doge out? Good to see it. Good to see it. We got Quant 112. I'm telling you guys, a lot of people in all my videos, I'd say I'm buying Quant. I'm buying Quant. But everyone's like, Quant's so boring. It doesn't move. Blah, 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 blah. Bunch of impatient, getting wrecked having, like Crypto Face would say, pencil neck selling the red MFers. Quant is going to rip, guys. It's going to rip. I'm telling you, the tokenomics for this project are too good. There are projects like Dogecoin, for instance, that print 14 million new tokens every day, where the market cap has to chase the supply up the hill, okay? The price of a coin is basically the market cap divided by the circulating supply. But if the circulating supply stays still and not many coins are coming into the market like Quants, with basically 98% there, you know, only 2% of the coins haven't come in yet. When the market cap grows, the price just goes up, and it doesn't have to chase the supply. I'm telling you, coins like Quant, coins like Arweave, coins like Jasmy are going to perform because of their tokenomics. When you have a tokenomic advantage, there are projects out there that have bad tokenomics that still will probably do fine. I'm talking Optimism. I'm talking Gala, stuff like that. I'm not saying these projects aren't going to perform, but I'm saying that they are held back by how high the ceiling is because of how bad their tokenomics scenario is, which is why I focus on the coins with killer tokenomics like Quant. Awesome. So we got, let's take a quick look at the losers here, but this is really good. I mean, when you scroll this far down in the winners, and, you know, Chili's up 3%, H-Bar up 4%, and very amazing green day for a lot of these projects. Great to see it. On the right side, Stacks is always really up or really down, really volatile project. We got Ordi finally having a big correction from its massive run up. IOTA still coming down from its big push up a couple days ago, or even a week ago at this point, to be honest. Pepe down a little bit from its pump yesterday. Caspa down below 14 cents again. That thing's finally, kind of hitting a ceiling somewhere. Going to start having some relative support resistance levels on that. And KCS KuCoin actually down a little bit from its pump yesterday. I remember that one was over $10 for a little while there. So yesterday on the show, people, I think I had a super chat that asked me, before I do that, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Let's take a quick, what's up?
Mackie Powers.
What about that?
Mackie Powers wants to know when you think the market will make a correction.
When the market will make a correction. Okay, so let me share this tab instead. So this here is the Bitcoin daily chart, and these white lines that I have are a lot of Bitcoin support resistance lines. I'm going to take this one out of the way so it's a little bit cleaner. Okay, excuse me. This is a 3-day chart, And as you can see, Bitcoin is still coming up in the money flow, coming up on the momentum oscillator. It is very overheated in the RSI. The RSI on a 3-day chart for Bitcoin sitting at an 85. Okay, I want you guys to keep that in mind. Also, on the Bitcoin daily chart, this is where, I'm a little skeptical. I think Bitcoin, I'm not saying Bitcoin will not continue up. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying from, a momentum perspective with Bitcoin here, from October 14th, this little bottom here in the past 53 days, we're talking Bitcoin, not an altcoin. Bitcoin is up 63% in the past 52 days. That is an insane ROI, And when you look at these support resistance levels that I have drawn, this level right here is 48.1. This is a relative support resistance line because of how many times, fight here, test, loss, fight, loss, gain, loss, rejection. Like this level has been fought over a lot of times. So when you say 50,000, 50,000 is a psychological number because, let's say we draw a trend line exactly at 50,000, 50 right there. There's not really a level that has been a factor. Right here it got rejected, but other than it getting lost and hit a couple times, 50,000 isn't exactly a support resistance level. It's more of a psychological target. With that being said, what levels are support resistance levels? Okay, so right here, this has been rejected. It's been the floor, ceiling, fought, floor, ceiling. Okay, and this level is 52.3. So this level is actually a little bit more important than 50,000 because of it's such a relative support resistance level. All right. So where we are right now to the next relative support resistance level is sitting at 48,000 and some change there. We're about 9% away from that. And now from here, we're about 20% away from 52,000. At this point, unless you're a millionaire, this is why I'm not buying Bitcoin personally myself. If you kind of look at where Bitcoin is right now to its all-time high, we're only 57% away from Bitcoin all-time high, where, it already has pumped 63% in the past 52 days. That was the Bitcoin pump you wanted to get in on. Now we're less than that away from its all-time high. So when you're talking about trying to 10x, 20x, 30x a portfolio, this is why I kind of sleep on Bitcoin. Anyway, so moving forward, talking rejections here, if we go back to the daily chart, if we look at not market cipher B, but just a normal RSI, just this normal relative strength index right here. Okay. So what I want you guys to notice on this chart is that as you see the Bitcoin price from right here going up, correct? We can all agree it's going up and to the right. But on the RSI, we're going down. We're going down on the RSI. And if you really zoom in, you can see that this RSI is already kind of peaked down a little bit that way, starting to head the other way. Cut and dry case of bullish divergence on a day. Cut and dry case of bearish divergence playing out on the daily chart for Bitcoin, which means that, some sort of rejection retest probably very likely. So, I'm not saying it can't continue because it can, but to see that on a daily chart, that does mean something. Just because there's a bearish divergence doesn't mean it's definitely 100% going down. It's just something I want you to see, even here on the 2-hour chart and on Market Cipher B. You know, we got anchor wave, trigger wave going down. Where that anchor wave started here, we're going up. We got bearish divergence on a 2-hour as well. So like divergences do matter. They don't always play out. It could continue on, but I want you guys to pay attention to, you know, the 70 line right here on the RSI. That represents an, you know, something being overbought. When something's overbought, it generally comes back down to equilibrium. You know, the 50 line on the RSI, which is here, and a lot of time, or it'll bounce off that line and continue up. So, you know, from a daily perspective and a 2-hour perspective, didn't mean to draw that. From a daily perspective and a 2-hour perspective, it looks to me like, you know, we're probably going to retest at least a little bit. Also, as you can see here on the 12-minute chart, the local high right now is this level here, which is 44.5. All right. And as you can see, these past couple times, we have not gone all the way up to that level. In fact, have put in a higher low, followed up by another slightly higher low, with Bitcoin on that 12-minute chart actually losing the 50 line on the RSI. So, you know, unless Bitcoin, what we really want to see, best case scenario, is we look at like this little floor here. You see how it has tested here and bullishly bounced off that level, which is 43.3, 44. Yeah. So 43.3. If Bitcoin comes down and bounces off this and continues up and stays in this range, that's completely fine. But if we lose this level, 43.36 to be exact, I would be looking for shorts because, you know, that would count as it putting in a lower low. So there's a little bit of TA right there. We don't predict, we react, right? But to be fair, on the daily chart, the 2-hour chart, not looking the best and starting to put in lower highs on a 12-minute chart, starting to feel like, you know, Bitcoin might come down and retest a little bit before continuing on. I don't feel like it will continue going up and to the right unless some insane volume just randomly comes in. So RL $5 super chat. AJ, still watching Bitcoin dominance to get into alts. Do you think it is worth it? What is your opinion on Radix? All right, so that's 2 questions. I'll take a quick. I don't know anything about Radix. Can you write that down? RADIX. I will take a look at that on my own time because I don't know much about it. But I will look at Bitcoin dominance, and you know, Bitcoin dominance is pretty high right now. We're like at 55% on Bitcoin dominance, but obviously 12-minute chart, the first thing that yells at me, just like the Bitcoin chart, is, you know, this lower high right here, finally starting to look like it's going to fall the other way. Let's look at a daily chart. Yeah, this thing has been moving, you know, super big, super juiced. I keep drawing. I hate when I leave the brush on, but yeah, similar to Bitcoin with the Bitcoin dominance chart, you know, we have a lower high on the RSI and a higher high on the price. Bearish divergence playing out on a daily chart on the Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance chart. Definitely look like, you know, this is things might looking like they be retesting here in, you know, very soon. So before I do have a guest I want to bring on the show today, but before I do that, I want to take a quick look at some sleeper picks. A lot of people, you know, I do talk a lot about, you know, safe coins in the top 100. I spend a lot of time talking about those safe picks, the V chains, the Algorands, the H bars, the Quant. You know, those are my wheelhouse of coins that I feel very comfortable talking about. But you know, people do want alpha on like the coins that I'm looking at that are much more skeptical, like, you know, the sketchy picks or the meme picks that some people will refer to. You know, and I'm almost sometimes I'm kind of at like an ethical, you know, should I talk about this project if I'm interested in it, or should I not talk about it, or blah, blah, blah. But I'm kind of at the point where if I find something that I think is a project that, you know, has upside, that could become something good, like I want to talk about it. I want to be the person that calls it. But I also want you guys to know that when I talk about these more skeptical picks, that you have to play them right. You have to play them right. Like, you can't just, seeing that distracts me. You can't just like jump in this project and, you know, make 150% and then stay in it. You know, if you jump into one of these picks and you get you get a bunch of, you win, get out. Don't sit around and wait for a disaster to happen. You know, like, the only reason I'm talking about these projects is because people ask me to. people say, AJ, you only talk about top 100 coins. Like what are the, like, and we know you trade meme coins. Like, what are you doing? So I want to talk about it, but I want to talk about it with a little bit of caution, saying like, hey, like I want you guys to be careful. I want to see everyone in my audience become a millionaire, and I don't want to see you get wrecked. And I also don't want you to get wrecked and then blame me for telling you about the project. But then it's a double-sided coin, because at the same time, I do make meme coin plays. I do trade meme coins in my spare time, but it's this ethical thing where I want to tell you about it, but I don't want to be the bad guy when you don't know how to play it right. So what I'm saying is that I will talk sometimes about some of the lower market cap coins that I'm looking at. I'm not telling you to buy it. And if you do buy it, be careful, because these are lower market cap coins. So I just want to say that I gave a disclaimer. It's not like I'm getting paid to shill things. I really like to give you guys an opportunity to look at the coins I'm looking at, because I'm literally a YouTube crypto influencer. So I want to talk about projects I'm looking at. So with that being said, can you screenshot Spencer? I'll get to him later. All right. So
it's not a portfolio.
It's fine, but I'm doing something else. Okay. So the first one I want to show you guys, I'll show you two picks that I'm looking at, and then I will go to our guest, Kyle. Big shout out. There's about 400 people in here right now. Make sure you smash the like button down below. Really appreciate each and every one of you, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. So this first pick I'm looking at here is Mubi, MUBI. It's actually called multi-bit. It essentially is a bridge across network transfer between BRC20 and ERC20 tokens, with the rise of ordinals and how relevant that ecosystem is becoming. To have a bridge between BRC20 and ERC20 is obviously a really good utility to have. This isn't that crazy of a quote degen type play. It is a meme coin for sure, but its total market cap, as you can see in the right hand corner of your screen here, is $74.3 million. So this is, and it has gone up significantly since the beginning of December. This is one that has been on my radar for a little bit. I mean, we are already up, 272% in the past 5 days. But guess what, everybody? This project just started really taking off. And if you kind of look at its all-time high right here around, almost 10 cents, 9.90, if you measure, if say we go to retest that previous all-time high on this project, we're already looking at a 20% gain just to get to all-time highs. So these are the kind of plays that, get in, get that 20%, get out, or ride it out in price discovery mode. This is still a viable play, in my opinion, for sure. And this is a project. I mean, look how new this project is, everybody. This thing started at the end of November, and we're talking a $74.6 million market cap. Definitely has some room to run. If you want to do the math on what would happen if it got to, $100 million, would probably be pretty significant. And $200 million. I mean, this bridge could be really good. This bridge really could work. Here's a little bit on the website right here. Like I said, the ticker is MUBI. It's a multi-bit bridge. That's what they call it. Like I said, it's a bridge between ordinals and ERC20. Haven't used this part of it yet, but here's a little bit more about the project. This is just kind of like a meme coin pick for me. Did make some money on it. Still looking, actually sold my bag, to be honest, but I still think there's more left in the tank on this. What's up? Oh, I still think there's more left in the tank on this one, to be completely honest with you. So that's a quick look at multi-bit. Also wanted to show the
really quickly.
What's up?
Crypto Thorn. AJ's doing portfolios tomorrow, so tune in tomorrow to do it. And Spencer will get to you at the end of the show.
Okay. Did he send one?
It's not a no. He was just asking if he could send it to
you. Yeah.
So
portfolios
tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so there's a little bit of information on that coin. I think that, with a utility play under 100 million market cap, I think that there is, some upside on this. Not trying to shill my own bags. I don't hold it anymore. But I think that this is a killer play, to be honest, considering, we saw how high Ordi ripped, right? We see how much of a big deal Bitcoin ordinals are. I don't see why not that this coin couldn't do any better. All right, so the next coin I want to talk about today is a much more skeptical pick than Multibit. Multibit would be considered like a safer meme pick. This meme pick is, very skeptical project, but I still think that this thing could be an absolute sleeper. Haven't got in on it yet, but I do have like a group of friends that I text. We talk about these things, and this is one of the projects that was brought to my attention in the past couple of days, and it is called Laundry, LNDRY. This thing has just started to wake up. It's a brand new project. Talking end of November, this thing came out. Since December 3rd, we're talking a 200% pump in the past 2 days. If we, measure and retest all-time high, we're already talking a 37% pump. And that sounds like a lot in like top 100 crypto terms, but in meme terms, this is nothing. In meme terms, this is nothing. And the reason I bring this to your attention is because the market cap for this project is $588,000. This thing is not even at $1 million market cap yet. So you might be thinking, AJ, you talk about a top 100 coins. Why would you talk about this meme project in particular? There's a reason for that. When I give meme picks, it's very rarely a project that doesn't have a bell and whistle attached to it that I like. And the reason I like Laundry is because if you think like, cleaning your dirty laundry, it is a mixer on Telegram that has already watched, $73,200 in about 4.4 minutes. And so it's a mixing bot on Telegram. It's a shield for your Ethereum. I believe in anonymity. I hate the whole tornado cash thing. I don't think this type of thing should be illegal. I believe that in the world of true decentralization, we need things like this to keep crypto private. I believe in privacy. So I don't feel bad talking about this at all. So basically, with only 10 million in its total supply, not bad. So basically, if you clean your dirty laundry, there will be a 5% tax on that transaction, and 20% of that 5% goes back to the token holders through reflections, and the other 80% goes to marketing, development, and funding. So basically, there's an affiliate program called Reflections, and if you get people, you send your affiliate link, you will get like 50% of the fees of that 20%. You'll get 50% of it for your own thing. And here's their roadmap right here. They already have the Telegram mixing bot launched. The token's already launched, and we're in the December 23 right here. We're going to get some of this going on. CMC listing, Mixer DApp launch, the Mixer bot generator release in the 2024. There's going to be an escrow service, privacy-centric bridging, LP lending release, platform maintenance and support, and a bunch more coming down the pipe. So when I talk meme picks, I do like generally there are some meme picks out there that have absolutely no utility at all that I don't like to talk about, but I generally like to talk about the projects that have something that I like. So when you look at Multibit, MUBI, the one I talked about first, that project, it's a bridge between ordinals and ERC20s. I mean, that's something people are going to use considering how big ordinals are. Connect the dots. And with this project, it's a Telegram mixing bot. And I think that, I believe in privacy. I think mixers shouldn't be illegal. And this one is, up and running and doing fine. And with a market cap under 600,000, I think that there's a lot of upside in this play. But look, at the same time, I'm not telling you to buy this. And if you do happen to buy it, don't wait forever and ever and ever. If you make 100%, you make 200%, don't sit around and wait for a miracle to happen. Like these are meme plays, everybody. And I play meme coins very close to the chest. Very, very close to the chest. I'm in, I'm out. That's it. The way you get wrecked is if you sit around and get hurt and wait for a disaster to happen. Don't do that. So, that is like the line I skate between, should I talk about these picks or should I not talk about these picks? And because, I like talking about meme picks, I want to see you guys do well in crypto, but at the same time, I want to just wave the caution flag saying, hey, this is an H-bar. This is an Algorand. This is a different type of crypto play. And, I don't want to see anyone get hurt, get wrecked, whatever, but I still want to talk about it. And, why not? Why not, for sure. TC, that's just the way it is, my guy. That's just the way it is, my guy. Okay, so now I'm going to bring a friend of mine to the stage really fast. Before I do that, we got 407 people in here at the moment. Absolutely, thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button down below if you haven't already. That's the number one thing you can do to support this channel. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really, really appreciate that. So a little while ago, I think a week or two ago at this point, I did a really interesting video called, the top 5 crypto side hustles. I feel like to get dry powder in crypto, a lot of people will, especially people that work a lot, kind of have their food, their rent, their survival money, and then the rest of that money, ends up being in crypto. And if you're working a 9 to 5 and that's your only stream of income, I mean, you need to find a way to, leverage your spare time, to leverage the money that you do have to make another stream of income. Having multiple streams of income is the ticket. Personally, I have like 6 or 7. And that's because of how much downtime I have from working on crypto and how much because I talk to so many people and there's so many different ways to make money that I will kind of dip my toes in a lot of ponds to make as much passive income as I can. And that is the way to play it, especially if you are a person that works a 9 to 5 job. And I used to work a 9 to 5 and I quit. I got out. Okay. And it's not easy to do, but I want you guys to do that. To break, get out of the matrix, as Andrew Tate would say. And as generic as that sounds, it's a real thing. So I made this video a couple weeks back, kind of like, these are some things that you can do to make some money on the side. And one of those things was an Amazon FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon. And and there are a lot of questions that people had about that particular segment. And that part of that video was actually sponsored by a friend of mine named Kyle, who owns a company called Millionaire Map. And these guys are like the genius maestros of Amazon FBA. Basically, him and his friend Hunter started a Facebook business, marketplace business on Facebook. And in 1 year, they made over $1 million. And then they kind of took what they learned in Facebook and transferred that knowledge over to Amazon. So basically, like if you were to do an Amazon FBA, you would have your own store. And, you kind of let's bring him on and he'll talk about it because he's the guy that does this. And I am actually starting my own FBA business with Kyle. So Kyle, how you doing today, bro?
Good. How are you?
Another day in the life, my friend, talking about crypto. But honestly, I know a lot of people watch this channel to learn about crypto, but I actually know their secret. They actually come to this channel to learn how to make money. And with that, you and I are on the same page. So tell everybody about, who you are, what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I heard you kind of touching on it before, but really, just like you said, we just kind of give a little bit of background about us first. We've been doing e-commerce now for probably about 5-6 years, and yes, we did actually start with Facebook Marketplace drop shipping, which maybe some people have heard of. It was kind of smaller at the time, and we were able to make a good amount of money and get started in that. And kind of transfer not only that capital, but also that knowledge over to Amazon, something that's a lot more, sustainable and long term. And we started up an Amazon FBA business. And I just kind of want to give, probably, a quick breakdown of what Amazon FBA actually is. And like I heard you said, it's called Fulfilled by Amazon. And really what we're doing on there is we're purchasing products at wholesale pricing. So, let's say a product like a Colgate toothpaste, right? An example that, everyone knows, right? So we're going to these distributors and these suppliers and we're getting it at wholesale pricing. We're getting those products into our warehouse. We're packaging and prepping those how Amazon needs those units. And then we'll send them off to Amazon to actually resell on there for obviously a profit. Now, a lot of people say, they think that they only get products from Amazon as a supplier themselves. When you actually go onto Amazon and you're purchasing a product on there, most of the time you're actually purchasing from somebody just like us that's sending in their inventory. So it's kind of a common misconception, when people think about that. Also, we already have an idea of how much a listing actually sells for. So let's say there's like that Colgate toothpaste, right? We will know that it's getting 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 sales every single month. And when we're purchasing that, we're just making sure that we can get it at a good price. So if we know we can get it at a good enough price, then we'll go ahead and purchase that, and we know how many times it'll actually go ahead and sell. So that's just kind of a brief breakdown of what Amazon FBA actually it is. We're just purchasing products at wholesale pricing, packaging them, because let's say, a listings on Amazon as a 3-pack of Colgate toothpaste. When we get that in from the supplier, we're just getting it individually packed. So we'll have to put those into poly bags, put a label on that indicating it's a pack of 3, send that off to Amazon so we can sell it as that unit as a pack of 3. So that's just kind of a brief breakdown of what Amazon FBA is. And I know you kind of mentioned, why would your viewers be interested in this at all? If they have no interest in Amazon FBA, because it's not that they'll have to actually learn the business model. At the end of the day, it's an investment and it's a way to make passive income, which is what you were talking about.
Exactly.
I know your viewers,
yeah. So I was just saying, like, a lot of people want to, put their money to work. In crypto, we have a thing called staking, where you buy a crypto and you stake it and you make passive income off of this, where I kind of feel like there is a limit to how much you can make with staking, unless you're like using leverage or some sort of mechanism like that. But with this, I kind of feel like with the ROIs that you guys can consistently generate from your store and what you do, that, this could rival your crypto incomes and definitely trump staking income for sure. And, about, like I said, you want to make money without moving a muscle, and you want to put your money to work and let your money work for you. And I feel that, you guys definitely have that part on lock. So can you elaborate a little bit? These guys you don't have to, basically it's an investment, right? But your money goes to work for you.
Yeah, so it's not them that are actually having to do the heavy lifting and the dirty work. It's us doing it. It's us running the store. You don't need the expertise on Amazon FBA. You're never going to be tasked on, picking the products or anything to do with sending them in or doing the repricing. All that stuff will be handled by us. And, if you can be as involved or not involved as you want, if you want to be constantly looking those things over, you can. But at the end of the day, if you just want to, check the spreadsheet, which we can get into in a second, and just see how much you made for that month, then and just do that, then that's what you can do. So I kind of want to pull up a couple spreadsheets just so that people can kind of see what I'm talking about, and just look at stores that we're running for different clients and what they can kind of expect if they were to get signed on. Let me pull this up right here. Let me know if you can see.
Click present.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me know if you can see. Can you see this?
Yes, sir. Add to stage. There we go.
Okay, perfect. So this is what a spreadsheet would look like if you were to get a store with us. And then, so here, let me come down here into, sorry, this thing's getting in the way. Let me move it here. Okay, perfect. So what we're doing, these are all the products that were sold in the month of July for this individual store. So if you look here, just to kind of break down these numbers. So what you're going to see here first is total product charges at 58,000. So that's the total amount we received in sales for the month of July. And then you'll see here, Amazon does take quite a bit of fees because, again, it is FBA fulfilled by Amazon. They are actually, so you can get that 2-day quick prime delivery. They are sending the products out, so we never have to touch any of the fulfillment things. We're only purchasing inventory and giving it to them so that they can then go and do the fulfillment. So they do take a pretty hefty Amazon fee here, as you can see.
Well, they're the middleman. The middleman's going to make their money, but that's because when you guys buy things in bulk, you can sell them individually for a lot less, and you're still making a profit even after they take their piece, because you're buying in bulk.
So this is the kind of the number that you really want to look at right here, and your audience is going to be really familiar with. Because again, being in crypto, they're looking at how much money can I spend to make X amount of money. So right here, you can see about $34,000 in inventory purchased right here to make a little bit under, right at about $9,500 in net profit on the store at a 27% ROI. So, when you come on and you purchase right here, like roughly $35,000 in inventory, you're going to make right around this $9,000 in net profit mark. And this is the ROI on the store. Again, we do have a profit split after that, which we can get into, but just kind of want to take you through just a couple months results on here. So, same thing on here. You're going to be able to see, again, this is what you really want to focus on. We're spending just about $26,000 in cost of goods right here on that inventory for about $5,500 in net profit at 21% ROI. So, the ROI can fluctuate a little bit. We are now averaging right around like about 28 to 32%, but you can see right here, about 20,000 spent on inventory to make about $5,800 in net profit at a 28% ROI. So this is just, month over month, and you can be taking that money and reinvesting that money. Let's look right here in October. About $12,000 in cost of goods sold for almost $4,000 in net profit at a 30% ROI. So I just kind of wanted to take you through those right there and just kind of show you the ROI that we're getting and what your spreadsheet would actually look like, breaking down all those sales and all those orders in there. But at the end of the day, I'm sure your audience wants to know, if they invest, a certain amount, how much can they make? So let me actually pull up this estimated profit calculator. So what this does, you can see this, right?
Zoom in a little bit if you can.
Yeah, let me do that. Tell me if
the other way.
I don't know why it went out. Why is it going out?
Oh. There we go. Much better.
Yeah, let me go. Actually, yeah, that should work. Okay, perfect. So just to kind of break down what our offer actually is as well. So it's a 3-year term that will run a store for you. And so right now, as you know, we're doing a discount in December. We normally do sell this at $15,000 to run it for 3 years for you. But right now we're doing a December discount. So anybody that signs in December, we're doing it a $10,000 initial investment to run your store for you for 3 years. After those 3 years are up, then what we go ahead and do is offer you a $2,500 re-up fee to continue for another 3 years after that. So now, you're probably wondering, your audience is going to be wondering, they want to be able to make that investment back. Obviously, they're spending $10,000 to get started and open up a store. They want to be able to make that $10,000 back as quickly as possible and obviously start profiting from there. So I kind of want to give a breakdown as well, because there's a little bit more that goes into it after those ROIs. So let's say that someone's looking to start off spending $6,000 on inventory, right? So again, just really upfront, transparent, that it is a $10,000 initial investment. And then after that, you're able to purchase however much inventory you want. It's entirely up to you whether you want to keep increasing that amount, whether you want to stay at, just a base amount the entire time, or whatever you want to do from there. But let's say someone starts off with about $6,000 to spend on monthly inventory spend. So what you'll see here is we have averaged it to about a 28% ROI. Again, we're right between like a 28 to 32. But again, we just want to be a little conservative and put it at a 28% ROI right here. So this is what the store would make. So again, it's not the client's take home yet. And down here after returns, which we have it at about 4%, which is actually a little bit less than that, right around like 2%. But again, just to be conservative, we put 4% into there. So this is what they're left with after that. Then after this, the shipping, which it is right about 4%, that's pretty accurate right here. That's what they get left with. And then after the profit split, because they take 60%, we take 40%. And so you can see right here, after 12 months, they'll make $8,600 in profit. So they wouldn't have made their initial investment back yet, but you can see right here that in the second year, they'd be able to make their initial investment back. And then it's just profit from there. And they're getting that passive income. And
so really fast. So it's definitely like a longer term play, but also if your monthly inventory is a higher spend, you'll definitely make that initial investment much faster back. But a question a lot of people have, one, is this an ad? Millionaire Map did sponsor the video, that slot for that video, and we do have a working relationship. So just to put that in the open, Kyle and I do know each other, so nothing too crazy. Secondly, people ask, how much work do you run? How much work do you guys do to run these stores? Why not do it myself? So why not do it themselves?
Yeah, so it is quite a bit of work that goes into it, because when the main thing when you're getting started is capital. And that is kind of reason, it's a very common question. Why don't we just do it by ourselves? Why do we even take clients on? And the biggest reason is because when we're spending money with these suppliers and these distributors, they don't care about our $5,000 or $10,000 purchase order. And we don't ourselves have $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 monthly liquid to be spending with these wholesalers, which you need to get the best pricing and to be competitive with Amazon sellers that have been doing it for a while. So when we can start to spend $100, $200, $300,000 in these monthly purchase orders with these suppliers, not only are they going to be able to give us 5, 10, 15% off the top, they're also going to give us the best deals right away. And they're going to come to us and say, we have this at this price. And then, we have that option to purchase it first. And then if not, then they'll put it on their normal catalog that everybody sees. But you want to be able to build that relationship up. So the clients that sign on with us, we're able to use their capital, and we can pool that money together, and we can go place these large purchase orders and build these relationships with these suppliers and get great pricing for everyone. So another common question is, how many clients are you looking to take on, and how much is kind of too many? And really, the more clients we can take on and the more we can spend, the better the deals are going to get. So the reason why I say, if you're looking to do this by yourself, it's not going to work that well, is because you do need a good amount of capital to get started to build that relationship with these suppliers. Again, if you're trying to place a $5,000 purchase order, they're just not going to care much. They're not going to budge on any of the prices. There's going to be no wiggle room. You need to be spending 100, 200, 300,000. Some of these suppliers have $50,000 minimum order quantities. So when you're trying to compete with sellers, especially on Amazon, that are getting good prices, you need to be, placing very, very large purchase orders. And that's the idea behind this, where the clients that we sign on are able to give us the capital to work with these suppliers and build these relationships, and we're able to bring them passive income. So it really is kind of a situation where it's a win-win. They're able to help us while we're able to bring them passive income right down here. And I know you were talking about how much, to spend on monthly inventory. So if we increase this number to, like, let's say 10,000, we have people spending 6,000, like I showed, 10,000, 15, $20,000 a month. But if you look at this right here, if you're spending $10,000 on inventory on a monthly basis, now you're looking at being able to make that investment back inside of your first year, and then having 2.5 years just to be making passive income off of this. And that's saying you're not even reinvesting any of these splits. This number right here, set it at 1,200. If you start reinvesting this month over month, you sell through that inventory you get, because again, everybody has their own store and their own account. So what we do is, let's say you give us $10,000 in inventory. If we go place a $200,000 purchase order, if you send us 10,000, you'll get the first 10,000 right off the top. And then let's say another person sends us in 15,000, they'll get the next 15,000 down. So it's a common question is, are we competing with the other clients that are on? You'll have your own products. You don't compete with anybody else. You did get $10,000 of this inventory, and then we'd send this into their store, and then they would get the payout straight from Amazon. So after it sells through on Amazon, the payouts go straight into their own bank account. And then the next month, they're able to send in however much they want to send in. So if they do want to send in that 10,000 again, plus profit, let's scroll down here. Let's say, after a little while, they can start to get up to 15,000, because, you're going to see after like half a year, they're going to be able to make enough to spend, $15,000 a month. You can see these numbers just continue to increase and increase and increase. So it really does come down to something as simple as the more you spend, the more you can make, which is entirely true here. But
you have to spend money to make money. And that's the point. I mean, I feel like some people in the audience, doing a $10,000 investment plus a monthly inventory, might be a little out of their reach. But then there are also people in the audience where they could comfortably do this and comfortably make money and comfortably, instead of taking every monthly profit, to stack those monthly profits for the rest of that 3 years. I mean, really, I just want to give I want to give my audience ideas, because I'm not, if anyone that I know, there are a lot of questions in the comments. If you have any questions to ask Kyle, click the link down below in the description. You can set up a 30-minute Zoom call with Kyle if you have any other questions. But really, it's not about I just want to give people ideas, because a lot of people, work these 9-to-5 jobs. They want to find a way to get out. They want to, do something else. And I think that, generating streams of passive income. And if you never want to set this up, you think it's, you're scared, whatever, that's totally fine. I'm just putting the idea out there. If anybody wants to do this, I'm doing one. So I'm definitely, if you're at that point where you feel comfortable doing that, I'm just giving you guys ideas to make extra money. So, no harm, no foul there. Right.
Yeah, and absolutely, like you just said, if anyone wants to book and learn more, they can just book that call with me. It's a completely free 30-minute call. We can just get on. You want to see more client stories, you want to see pictures of our warehouse, our employees packaging and prepping units, whatever they wanted to see, they can just get on there and book a call with me. But yeah, I mean, it really does come down to, Obviously there is that barrier to entry with that $10,000 upfront initial investment. But again, like you said, you do have to spend money to make money. That $10,000 does go towards us running your store for an entire 3 years. So when you talk about the warehouse we have, the employees in our warehouse, the massive team of VAs that we have overseas that are handling the returns, repricing, all that stuff, tracking the orders in your spreadsheet, everything like that, it does add up and it does get expensive. That is why we have that $10,000 upfront investment. And that is, I just want to be completely open and transparent. That $10,000 investment, it is a non-refundable because, again, it does go towards our overhead and running the store for you. However, your inventory spend, this $10,000 that you're, or $15,000 down here that you'd be looking to spend on inventory, that stuff is something where, we're not just going to sign you on and then purchase inventory that's not selling or anything like that and be like, oh, well, you're out of luck. That we will buy that back for you and we will completely refund this. So if we buy something, let's say, for whatever reason, we got like an IP complaint or something where the products can't sell for whatever reason, it doesn't happen. It can, but it doesn't usually happen. We will completely reimburse you for that because, again, that at that point, that's not your problem. You entrusted in us to be purchasing this profitable inventory at a certain ROI. So that is something that's completely refundable. But yeah, I mean, again, you just the same thing you're talking about, kind of escaping that 9 to 5. It's kind of what would 1,200 or 1,800 every single month do for you? Would that be able to pay for a car payment, car insurance, whatever it is, right? Yeah, totally. It's a way to be earning that passive income, and it really is. We really do pride ourselves on making it 99.9% passive because at the end of the day, with other than a few setup things, you do have to set up your Amazon account, which we'll take you through and walk you through. There's really not much that you have to do. All you're doing is sending in how much you want to spend on inventory every single month. That's the only thing that technically you would have to do. Other than that, it is completely passive. So, every single month you can decide whether you want to, reinvest those profits on that spend. Whatever number you want to come up with on spending for that inventory spend, you'll send that to us between the 1st and the 5th because we don't like, having a bunch of inventory spends coming in throughout the month. So we just ask for it between the 1st and the 5th of the beginning of each month. We pull that money together and then we go place that on those purchase orders. So, I mean, that's just kind of a basic concept here. Let me stop sharing actually right now. Okay.
Yeah, man. It's just one of those things. Like, I just want to give people ideas. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of content out there, and my content is mostly crypto. It's about crypto. It's about technical analysis. It's about trading strategies, portfolio builds, leverage. Like, it's about that. But really, at the end of the day, it's about making money. And if I come across an idea that I think can make people money, I'm going to talk about it. You know what I mean? And I feel no qualms with that at all. I'm totally cool. I'm totally good with it. And there are definitely a lot of the questions from the chat. So like I said, anybody, if you want to schedule a 30-minute call with Kyle, feel free to click the link down below in the description. And also, before I let you go, Kyle, I want to say that Millionaire Map, Kyle and Hunter have a YouTube page with over 350 videos. 350. That's not messing around. That's a lot of content. And that's how that is actually really what made me feel the best about this, is because we're talking about two guys that are students of the game that have put in the time. I mean, you don't just mess around and make 350 videos. So everybody, if you're interested about learning more, just more money-making techniques, and Amazon FBA as well, be sure to follow their YouTube page at Millionaire Map. Feel free to put that, Glitter Queen, can you put that in the chat? Their YouTube link, Millionaire Map. Yeah, definitely check them out on YouTube. Got a whole catalog of videos there. Awesome, man. Anything you want to say? Parting thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, just anybody that's interested that just wants to even just come on and give it a quick, if you have any questions or anything, it really, a quick 30-minute call, completely free, and we can go through whatever it is that you want and see if you're a good fit and see if it's something you're interested in doing.
Boom. Love it, dude. Absolutely love it. Well, Kyle, dude, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you. Definitely we'll stay in touch. We'll talk very soon. The Glitter Queen in the chat. Everybody just put the link to their YouTube page. Head over and give Millionaire Map a follow. These guys have been grinding for a very long time. Like I said, over 350 videos. I've watched a handful of them myself, and this is good content. Like I said, I really like crypto content, but at the end of the day, it's about making money, and these guys have that part on lock, and you can't hate on that for a split second. So awesome, man. Kyle, have a great rest of your day, dude. Talk soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you bringing me on.
Yep. Anytime, bro. Later.
Bye.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. And we still have 377 people in here. Only about 23 people left during that. I was actually surprised. I thought at first the audience, I was like, you know what? It is kind of like a dice roll to do something like this on the channel. But honestly, like I'm willing to take risks on this channel. I'm willing to take risks on this channel because I don't care if people hate, if people, I have thick skin. You cannot hurt my feelings. I don't care. But I do care enough to say, hey, I think that's a good idea. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like this is about making money. Like crypto, we all love crypto. Like crypto is my main job. 9 to 5, more than 9 to 5. I quit my 9 to 5 and started working 7 to 8. I work 13, 14-hour days almost every day of the week. Literally. Am I lying?
No.
Right. Not lying. So, it's about grinding. It's about making money. And if anytime you can have an extra stream of income, I mean, that's what it's all about. No risk, no reward, says Mike Vollmer in the chat there. So awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So tomorrow I will be, what's up?
We have a couple screenshots that I wanted you to.
Couple screenshots? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Take it away.
So one, Robert Lowry, $4.99. Thank you. He said he sold 20K of his Bitcoin yesterday. Would you buy HBAR now or wait for a better entry?
Would that, in your opinion, yes or no, would that constitute as financial advice?
It would constitute as financial advice. I can't give any financial advice, but if I sold 20 grand in Bitcoin, I'd maybe be looking at some altcoins.
No way.
Not an unattractive idea.
Wow.
Moving on, Spencer Scott, $4.99.
You know what? For the record, I would do if I sold $20,000.
That's
I would be an H barbarian.
I mean, that's a really nice altcoin portfolio that you could be putting together.
Totally.
I feel like people miss this every time you talk about altcoins, and they get offended when you say not to hold Bitcoin or Ethereum if you have, say, under a 50K portfolio.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that AJ is saying is if you want to long-term hold Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano or whatever, by all means, please do it. But if you want to make the 10 to 20 plus X's that are happening like in a year,
yeah,
maybe reconsider.
Yeah. Look at the coins that can 20x.
Just food for thought.
Right. So I actually one before you do that, couple things. Just yesterday, I did a rate my portfolio video. A video, not like a live stream, but a video going over 3 separate portfolios. Very interesting stuff there. And tomorrow for the Rate My Portfolio segment, I am going to rate a $10 million portfolio sent to me by my friend Marco. And it is no joke. It is no joke. Dead ass $10 million portfolio we're going to rate on this channel tomorrow. And actually for the portfolio builds, so basically what I've decided to do, because my portfolio builds that I've been building publicly every week, I think we're at week 10, we'll be on Friday. Because the first 4 weeks of that started on Twitter, it started on YouTube a little bit later. So basically once those 2 portfolios get to $10,000 invested and maybe $2,000 invested, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ledger those portfolios, say, there's my 2,000 port. There's my 10,000 portfolio. Let's see how they do. I'm going to put them on a ledger. I'm going to wipe my hands. I'm going to start over. A brand new portfolio build.
We should maybe do a video of you doing that.
Yep, we can do a video of me doing that. And then I'm going to do the larger portfolio, and the Glitter Queen is going to do the smaller portfolio. Yes. And we're going to do a beginner portfolio build with the Glitter Queen for the smaller portfolio in every weekly portfolio video. And we're going to see, I don't know, are you going to become a millionaire on the channel or what? You don't know?
I would hope so.
You would hope so? All right. What's the second thing you got?
Okay. Spencer Scott, if you're still watching, thank you for your patience and your $4.99 super chat.
Yep.
He said, I have 28K in Bitcoin up 60% and 18K of ETH up 100%. Would you cash out and invest in HBAR algo quant? Not financial advice. If you're up that high in percentages, then you answered your own question.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let AJ give his 2 cents.
I liked your answer. I think that was pretty direct. Let me read it one more time. 28K Bitcoin, about 60%. I have 18K of ETH, up 100%. Well, Spencer, hold on. Whoa, hold on. Spencer. So Spencer said that I made all this money on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And, would I cash out or would you cash out? Oh, yeah.
And invest.
Yeah. Would you cash out and invest in HBAR, Algorand, Quant9 financial advice? Well, Spencer, what I want you to realize is that you've done well. You've done very well. You've made a little bit of money. But your question displays your fundamental misunderstanding of the Bitcoin cycle. And the Bitcoin halving is coming up in April. This coming April. We got January, February, March, April. Right there. It's coming. A year and a half, historically speaking, every time. A year and a half after the Bitcoin halving is when we're at the top of the market. So this gains we've made right now, this ain't it, Captain. This is a pre-halving accumulation markup period. All right. So don't bail yet. We got a lot of time to and now they don't even want to watch me anymore. They just want to watch the damn Glitter Queen.
I'm sorry.
Glitter Queen writes crypto, everybody. I don't blame you.
No, that's not it.
Jada writes crypto.
Glitter Queen was created as like a joke YouTube channel. I think I did it just because I didn't want my name when I was watching like the BitBoy live streams.
Yeah,
and then
that was your troll account.
It was my troll.
It was your troll account, and it's stuck.
I don't really do the troll, but like, yeah, it was my troll account, and I actually for a while, Glitter Queen would pop over onto Madden's channel and give him a little bit of love. Ben's son Madden.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
And he is 12.
So she would be like, Madden's so cute, and he would get red and run out of the room. It was very funny.
He refused to continue the live stream. So
that's
funny. How it started. Now
yeah.
I'm stuck with it. We're here now.
Yeah.
Last but not least.
Okay.
Operation XRP, $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Tried getting on Bitget, but US customer can't get verified. How do you use it? I know this is an ongoing question.
So this is an ongoing question. So what you have to do with Bitget is what I do is you have to need a Powell ID. Okay. And then, and anytime you trade crypto, even anytime you use the internet, for a matter of fact, you should use a VPN and to stay safe, because there's hackers out there. There's people trying to get in your shit, and you need to protect yourself. So that's the answer. You need a Powell ID, and actually in 8 days, you're going to be restricted without KYC on Bitget. So it has to happen relatively fast. And my Powell ID, I ordered it like a month ago. It still hasn't come in yet. But hopefully today. It said it was in Atlanta. I tracked it yesterday.
Well, AJ is talking about this 8-day thing because he literally is less than 8 days away from potentially not having access to certain things.
Yeah, I know. So this Powell, how do you spell it? The Powell ID. Where is that? Oh, no, I have a link for it. Let me find that really fast, everybody. I will. I always forget how to spell it. It's like P-A. Oh, hold on. I actually was just.
Better than mine.
You know where I was? I was in my Gmail. There it is. It's been shipped, everybody.
So it's
Wait.
Haha.
Aha. I'm here. Okay. So this is the link. It's in the super chat. It's not a super chat, but it's in the it's where it should be, in the chat, okay? And that's how you get that ID, and then you should always VPN to protect yourself and be safe, right, everybody? And then because of that, you can KYC into Bitget, into KuCoin, into all of those places. And getting a Powell ID is not illegal. It's not illegal for me to tell you to do that. Anybody can get a Powell ID. In fact, that country wants you to get one because that's good for them. It just takes a little while. And what's that spinny thing in the back? Says Eric.
Crypto chips item.
It's a cryptochips.io. What? it was a levitating coin, and they are a main sponsor of mine. And I have a Cardano spinning around there right now. And actually, to be honest with you, I have a giveaway that is still going on right here. I'll share this tab instead. Boom. Boom. So every week we do cryptochips.io giveaways. And for this week, it is the NFT tile. An NFT tile. I'll put the link to this tweet is now in the chat. If you like and retweet that tweet right there, you will be entered to win. We do not a monthly, but a weekly giveaway on crypto chips. And you know, this my Sappy seal here in the back of the room, that is you know, one of like similar to what crypto chips will do for this one, except that's a canvas, this is a tile. But they have so many products on their website that are, you know, customizable NFT stuff for your personal NFTs. So if you have an NFT that you want to show off, you want it to be on display, get yourself a tile, get yourself a canvas. And if you don't win the giveaway, you can still buy one. They're not very expensive, you know, 50, 60 bucks at max. I think those ones might even be 40. And if you use the code AJWrightsCrypto in checkout, you'll get 10% off on your order. But if you want to win one for free, all you have to do is like and retweet this post to be entered to win. So with that being said, that about wraps up today's day. Already over about 7 minutes here. Really big shout out to everybody in the chat. We had about 500 people, 400 people at the show. I mean, that was amazing. That was amazing. Really, really great show. Big shout out to Kyle and my friends over at Millionaire Map. Make sure you check them out and follow them on YouTube if you haven't already. Really solid guys, solid content. I mean, they've been cranking content for some times, and that's how they earned my respect, was their catalog of videos, to be honest with you. So big shout out to each and every one of you. I really appreciate it. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please smash the like button down below. It's the number one thing you can do to support this channel. I am trying as hard as I can, full force, to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you haven't subscribed, I want to earn that subscription. Give me a chance. Let me cook. Get rich or get wrecked, everybody. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye. That was fun.